the Storm Rider, Q the Storm Rider, and I wanted to read what he said about the Durham news that I spoke about on Friday. He says, now riddle me this. This Durham special counsel's office just indicted a paid political operative of the Clinton campaign who helped launch a fake Trump Alpha Bank hoax that led to a federal investigation by the FBI that did not go anywhere. It resulted in no criminal charges or any spy warrants on a U.S. citizen. Tell me again, Durham won't indict anybody who was involved in using the fake Steele dossier to get a fraud warrant targeting a U.S. citizen that was granted by a FISA court. If Durham will indict Sussman, as he has done, for a hoax that led to a couple weeks long FBI investigation that went nowhere, what's he going to do to the guys who launched the Crossfire hurricane hoax, the fake Carter Page warrant, and the fraudulently based Mueller special counsel? Stay tuned. And then you can see below here, we got a meme of Obama where this guy said, we need a false flag, volcanoes, war, death, more floods, earthquakes, call Antifa, BLM, anything, hurry. The Durham report is coming. And it's not just that, of course, that they're wanting to distract. The Arizona audit report at last finally is coming out this upcoming Friday, September 24th at 1 p.m. Speaking of which, this is breaking news today. Maricopa County caved, huge win for Arizona Senate. Maricopa County agreed to a settlement with Arizona State Senate. This comes as next Friday we will get the results of the Arizona audit. This is from DJ Freedom Rockets. There has been a settlement between the Arizona State Senate and Maricopa County. It's important to understand the state Senate is the main force driving the state's forensic audit, and they will now have someone they deem as trustworthy dealing with the routers. So we know the Maricopa County Board has stonewalled for months over the Splunk logs and the routers. They have basically defied subpoena after subpoena. Well, no more. Wendy Rogers put this out. Summary, we won. They dropped their 2.8 meaningless claim for the machine replacement. We get the routers and Splunk logs. Cyber Ninjas has full access. Maricopa caved. And then Karen Pham, the president, said, huge win for Arizona Senate today. Maricopa settlement gives us all the data needed to complete the review of the routers and Splunk log to the most comprehensive election audit in history. We got everything we need and more. Maricopa County goes home with its tail between its legs. So this is awesome news. Basically, all that had to happen was the attorney general stepped in and said, hey, you're not going to get millions and millions of dollars unless you comply with the subpoena. And they decided, you know what? We don't want to go out without that funding. So we're going to go ahead and comply. So this is pretty awesome. It's going to be pretty neat to see what we find out from the Splunk logs and the routers. Now, this is an interesting story here published today. What we've all been waiting for, this is breaking news, this now has been confirmed by Karen Pham, the president of the Arizona Senate, as well as Wendy Rogers. And it says, breaking final Arizona audit report hearing scheduled. Results to be released next Friday, September 24th at 1 p.m. Now, I know we all thought it was going to be released this week. That's what the rumors were starting at the beginning of the week. I think it's Saturday night I reported that. But now they've actually given us a day and a time. I'm just going to go down to the sort of the meat of the article down here. It says the audit will be released, and this has also been confirmed by State Senator Kelly Townsend as well. Update, the audit will be released next Friday on the 24th at 1 p.m. in the Senate chambers. The Senate gallery will be open to the public. I'm not sure how you'll go about reserving a seat for that, but I do believe the information will be public. This information has been given to the judge in Maricopa County, so I don't think it was false. I believe you can rely on this. Be ready to pour over the report. So the moment we've all been waiting for since what? They started this audit back in mid to late April of 2021, and now here we are in late September when this will finally be released. So this tells me we need to really be praying hard against any type of distraction, false flag, etc., that the deep state's going to try to push between now and next Friday. So the next 7 days, we need to be on high alert as prayer warriors, praying against any efforts the deep state's going to make to try to distract America from what I believe is going to be the single most important date and report that we've seen all year. This could change everything, and I believe it will. So we're going to see that. And then also, probably many of you already heard about this indictment that John Durham has dropped. This is now the second indictment that he's dropped in the Russia collusion hoax. This one just happened just in the last 48 hours. Indictment shows that John Durham is going after more people than Michael Sussman. Now, Michael Sussman is one of Hillary Clinton's top lawyers. So he says, let me start by acknowledging the legitimate skepticism of many gateway pundit commentators that any justice will come out of John Durham's work. You've been promised the moon in the past and instead receiving a flaming bag of dog poop. But let's accept the fact that yesterday's news that DNC lawyer Michael Sussman was going to be indicted turned out to be true. Charlie Brown got to kick the football this time. So what does this mean? Is it a meaningless gesture or the first domino to fall in a long line of dominoes? I think this is just the first domino to fall, and that others will come. I base this on what the indictment says. If you have the time, please read the indictment here. You can actually just click on that blue here, there, and read the entire indictment. Durham's indictment of Sussman lays out the foundation of a conspiracy. Michael Sussman was indicted for lying to the FBI about the source of information he gave the Bureau. He claimed he got it independently. He did not. It was bought and paid for by Hillary Clinton and her campaign. The indictment essentially charges Sussman with sending the FBI on a wild goose chase. The FBI had, in fact, initiated an investigation of these allegations in response to a meeting that Michael A. Sussman, the defendant herein, a lawyer at a major international law firm, i.e. Perkins Coie, requested and held with the FBI General Counsel on or about September 19, 2016, at FBI headquarters in the District of Columbia. Sussman provided to the FBI General Counsel 3 white papers along with data files allegedly containing evidence supporting the existence of this purported secret communications channel. During the meeting, Sussman lied about the capacity in which he was providing the alleged to the FBI specifically. Sussman stated falsely that he was not doing his work on the aforementioned allegations. Any client, which the FBI General Counsel to understand that Sussman was acting as a good citizen, merely passing along information, not as a paid advocate or political operative. In fact, and as alleged in further detail below, this statement was intentionally false and misleading because in assembling and conveying these allegations, Sussman acted on behalf of specific clients, namely a U.S. technology industry executive, tech executive at a U.S. internet company, and the Hillary Clinton presidential campaign. The tech executive and the Hillary Clinton campaign are now possible targets. The critical question is whether or not Sussman was acting on his own. The indictment states he was acting at the behest of the tech executive and Hillary. It would be prosecutorial incompetence if they had not already been interviewed and evidence collected against them. Paragraph 6 of the indictment gives a strong indication of how Durham and his team view Sussman's lie. I'll let you guys read that. First, pay close attention to the indictment's claim that non-public data from a federal government research contract was being used to bait the FBI. I believe this is a criminal act. Second, the indictment makes it very clear that Sussman, the tech executive, and Perkins Coie did not just commit one act of conspiracy. Nope, they were continuing to coordinate with representatives and agents of the Clinton campaign. This means it was not just one person working on the Clinton campaign, it was many people. The tech executive is in big trouble. He was using non-public data that was obtained from a federal government research contract. And obviously they've named the Clinton campaign in this indictment as well, as they're going after Sussman. Let's see. This goes on for quite a while. Let me just go to the conclusion here. For now, based on this indictment, I expect we will see indictments of the tech executive, Fusion's GPS Glenn Simpson, former Perkins Coie partner Mark Elias, who's another top lawyer of Hillary, by the way, and at least two people from the Clinton campaign. At this point, Durham is making the case that those people were responsible for misleading the FBI. But it begs the question, is the FBI really so stupid and gullible that they would blindly accept any of this without checking it out first? I'll provide more analysis tomorrow. So this is pretty big, folks, because with them naming Hillary Clinton's campaign, how long is it going to take Durham to eventually implicate, I mean, he's already implicated Hillary Clinton and her campaign in this. How long is it going to take this investigation by John Durham to actually name an indictment against Hillary Clinton herself? So this is very, very interesting. I know it's been a running joke for the last year and a half, 2 years about when John Durham's going to come out with anything. But is it any coincidence that John Durham has released this indictment against Michael Sussman, which now seems to be opening the doorway to a bunch more indictments, specifically against Hillary Clinton's campaign? And it's the very same day that the date has been announced, the date and time that the Arizona audit results are going to be released. I don't think so. I think things are